Alright, welcome to Song of the Welkin Moon, or rather Genshin Song of the Welkin Moon. Welcome to what is technically 6.0, but they officially call it Lunar 1, even though it even says it on the starting screen that it's 6.0, but I guess, hey, marketing. Anyway, so today will be the start of the Nod-Krai arc, specifically. We already had the prologue in the previous version, but this time around we'll have the proper story. But there's a small issue. I basically learned literally 10 minutes before the stream that technically I can't start it because I didn't want to do the interlude very specifically, because then I would have to give Wanderer a name. I didn't want that. So I didn't play the third interlude, which means I couldn't play the fourth interlude. And technically this means that I actually can't play the Nod-Krai story arc. But luckily for me, they do have the ability to quick start this, so I guess I'll just do that and then continue on with like catch up on the interludes at some point later on. But yeah, so today's target will be specifically the Nod-Krai arc. We're gonna get started with that. Whereas we're not going to finish it, like we are not getting close to finishing it specifically. Because Genshin tends to be longer, so realistically this is gonna be... There's gonna be a stream today, and there's also one planned for tomorrow. And we'll actually also get into, like, more... We'll also move into next week as well with the version 6.0 or Luna 1, I guess. Story content specifically. Well, this is basically the first time I have done a quick start, so I guess we'll find out. I see, so basically... Okay, got it. So what it basically did, from my understanding then, it just basically unlocked it, even though I technically shouldn't have it unlocked just yet. Anyway, make sure to collect your primos, because otherwise they'll expire and you'll be sad, but not me. Didn't I just claim everything? What's this then? Okay. No, I wanted to move ahead the time, because that's something I'll need to do, of course, apparently. I don't know if that's a quick start thing specifically, but I guess we'll just quickly do that. But yeah, looking forward to Nod-Krai. Gonna see what it offers for us. Natlan has kind of already started with like the end game of sorts. Of course, we do know that there's apparently the Broken Moon behind the sky or something. We already know that. And I mean, it says Song of the Welkin Moon, so I guess we'll be going deeper into that topic specifically. So we'll see. Also, I'm hoping that the 6.x version is gonna be the space where they start cleaning up some of these holes, because in my opinion they're starting to get a little annoying, but we'll see. Right. Well, apparently we gotta get started, and to do so we'll need to go somewhere. Back to Natlan. Oh, well, we are already in Natlan, just not in main Natlan, so to say. Right. So, where exactly? There we go, okay. Well then, we're back at the stadium, and I'm guessing we're gonna see Mawika, or like, give a final sign-off to our run. Oh, never this time around. We did meet her in the prologue, of course, so we already know her, and I guess we'll be bringing her along then. Oh yeah, right. If I remember correctly, we are returning with her, right? I believe.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
Let's get a show on the railroad. Okay, we're starting off with the jokes already. Isn't that just how we roll when we were not being tailed by Star Fontanian reporters, that is.
Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
It's Charlotte. Never mind.
You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave?
I was
without
about to,
a farewell
like,
party,
guess
did
we'll
you?
see Charlotte, but
No
never mind.
chance. Yeah, come on, traveler. We've already made all the preparations. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects?
So,
Lord!
of course, with all the major story arcs starting,
A
we'll
little
basically
bird told
have
us
a
you'd soon
little,
be leaving for Nod-Krai.
little goodbye.
So we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
So it was you.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
To be fair, they probably should. I thought they did say goodbye in all the previous
Don't
moments,
worry,
but I
we won't
guess
keep you
not
long.
quite.
Besides, everyone's there already. Chaska, Ian-san, Auroron, even the Pyro Archon herself. You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
See, can't refuse an invitation like that. How about you, Nefer?
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
So robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really knows how you're wired?
I feel like it's gotta be the second one,
All right, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
right? Probably?
Woohoo! Party time!
And someone is watching us already from the back. Starting off early with the shenanigans, aren't they?
Spit it out then.
Oh?
They've set off.
I guess this is already Nod-Krai, isn't it?
Just as my calculations projected.
It looks like it, at least.
About time I met this variable in person.
And, well, I guess this is officially the start then.
Every time we head to a new nation,
Oh.
there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next
I was
chapter of our
expecting
adventure has begun.
to have this party, but I
This time,
guess we're
There
not
was a
doing
moment she
that.
realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Nod-Krai. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Okay, that's
I
interesting.
meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense.
What is
What
going
about
on?
you, Anefa?
What?
Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nod-Krai?
What is going on here?
In that case, probably when my sensors
Is the
could no
ship
longer
moving?
detect the moon
That's why
power.
it's...
The
Okay.
moon? You mean that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Huh? Here we are. Paimon, Traveler, we have arrived in Nod-Krai.
Oh, wow!
So the ship moved. I guess that's why it just automatically...
Paimon, Traveler, welcome to Nod-Krai.
They are improving on the animation qualities, aren't they? They certainly are.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead. That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
And now they finally stop. Okay. Not gonna lie, a little annoying if you just do autoplay even though you don't have it enabled. And the treble immediately
That is
spots
correct,
something.
Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of Nod-Krai. But
it's really big. What is he picking up? Oh, we're starting off early with the spaceship stuff, aren't we?
Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties.
I mean, that's all we always also saw in the 5.8. So in the no, 0.7 in the Traveler story, we already like we can start to not really piece it together, but certainly we're starting to reach other levels compared to what we had previously.
Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon,
Oh yes, that's a sudden voice.
this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived in Tavad.
Okay.
Huh?
So we are indeed starting off early.
Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
I mean, I guess he didn't
Oh,
know.
well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Lumine waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Is this the first time that the Traveler actually is talking
Are you
normally?
referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
Same.
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Nod-Krai, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy.
A bit like Phlogiston. So, and the Traveler's back to not saying anything.
That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea.
So I guess you can compare it to Fontaine's
Legend has
likely.
it that long
I
ago,
guess.
the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Nod-Krai. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki?
It certainly feels similar to Phlogiston, yet also somehow different. Maybe they both belong to the like realm that a lot of Night mentioned. Still, this feeling, there's no doubt about it. It's the same power I felt with the first time I set foot on Teyvat.
Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where
Surely
it
we
landed?
can't. I think it was near a beach. I mean, if it was completely open, people would have long noticed it. So we're not gonna find that just that easily.
Nod-Krai is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline.
There's also a mountain.
Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, it's been a really long time.
Like what, 500 years officially or something? No, but still, because it's been so long,
Let's just do what we've
realistically you
always done.
couldn't find it in
Keep
just the
searching
open.
as we explore. Besides, what have you got to fear with your sidekick Paimon still here?
Everything.
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Well, thank you both. Now the question is,
Anyway, just knowing that your
we did
spaceship's
already see
here
a
in
ton of
Nod-Krai
characters
surely counts as a
in
big step
the game
forward,
or in
huh?
this little cutscene.
Like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa.
See if we can find our spaceship. Maybe the flag logs could tell us something. At last, a chance to get to the bottom of all this. The truth must be out there somewhere, buried in this land, and the burying is the key word because,
Well, as the
well,
best
to be
guide in
honest,
the
good
whole
luck
of
finding
Teyvat,
it. If I'm gonna
Paimon
be
hereby does solemnly declare,
blatantly honest.
Nod-Krai, here we come!
What is that in the background? And what is that? What is this? There are a few things that we haven't seen yet. Amazing bots. An ingenious mechanism said to have been birthed in the Klink crumb cake craft shop and now in use throughout the Southern Isles. Individually, they can help complete tasks, but if someone were ever to connect a few together, well, perhaps they'd be capable of bigger and better things. In certain circumstances, a sufficient number of robots must be gathered before they can be successfully connected. Okay, so... Well, it feels like you're talking about... What is this? Apparently a chest of sorts? Okay. Of course, we do have factory soldiers here. Can we talk to them? They have you. The conveyor belt at the harbor entrance has broken down. Let me guess, you're about to tell me this is all part of some earth-shattering conspiracy. Indeed. I can see your eyes are open to the truth like mine. Those vulgar vagrants probably think it's got something to do with how the belt hasn't been maintained in years. But smart people like you and I can see behind the curtain. There's no doubt about it, this is a trap set by the higher-ups. I don't yet know why they'd intentionally sabotage the conveyor belt, but they surely have their motives. Give it a rest, will you? You said the same thing the last time Esperanza updated their daily specials. Lady Marionette has surely been planning this for a year to ensure that the people of Nasha Town are unable to eat hot dogs on this exact day. You don't know what Her Majesty the Tsaritsa and her harbingers are planning. I'm just saying, there's something bigger behind that conveyor belt breaking down, and we'd best to steer well clear of it. Sure, whatever. Well, there's a lot of items. We have a new item, Rai. Okay, so that's good. Don't mind me, I guess just exploring this a little, because why not? I kind of... Looks interesting so far, to be honest. Can we get inside of here? No, we can't. Wait, does anything happen? It just opened, didn't it? Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, nothing happens. I was expecting, like, us to get damage or something. Right. Well, anyway, speaking of damage, I do need to heal up. I'm not sure what you are about, but we'll just carry on then. And I'm just supposed to entering... going the wrong way, but... Well, interesting. Right, anyway, let's continue actually with the story, because that's why we are here. Art Supervisor. What's going on? What do you mean there's a problem you all can't solve? Is there a problem? Why, yes, there is. I'm the new support supervisor here. But ever since I installed that cutting-edge Kuraki conveyor belt on the docks, it's been breaking down every other day. If it doesn't get jammed, then something will get loose, and if neither of those, then it's the power supply having issues. I thought there was something wrong with the machine I bought, but I paid a hefty sum to get a master to fix it. But he's been looking at it for 3 days, and he still can't tell me what the problem is. Maybe it's not a technical issue. Seems like this new tech isn't all it's cracked up to be. So what? It's been sabotaged? Come on now, don't spout such nonsense. The higher-ups of the Merchant Guild have vowed to use this opportunity to promote the automation of Kuraki machinery. If this was a place under the Tsarita's jurisdiction, any harbinger would have solved the problem with a single order. If it weren't for my dad forcing me to return and take up this post, I'd still be working on the latest kinetic mechanisms at the Royal Energy Commission of Snetsnaya. That'd be a whole lot easier than dealing with this mess. I'm getting the vibe that we probably need to fix that conveyor belt. The first two NPCs talking about that, I think that probably means conveyor belt time. Are they talking about this or something? I guess they're just kind of like, yeah, there you go. I wonder if you could. That's not really what I had in mind. You know, I don't think you can really climb these specifically. Well, anyway, empowered state and unipolar objects. In Nod-Krai, you will find certain objects that carry a red or blue unipolar charge. When characters get near to certain special objects or plans, they will enter empowered states of different forms. When in an empowered state, characters can direct their power toward red or blue unipolar objects, thereby destroying them or causing them to move. Maybe like something magnet of sorts? Okay. Interesting.
Is this an answer from this world?
So basically, if we connect with this, we can just move it. But only one direction, it seems. We can't move it back. Plants affected by Kuraki. In Nod-Krai, you will find special plants that can provide characters with Kuraki energy. Once a character is suffused with sufficient Kuraki energy, press to harness the power of Kurenki and roam freely. When using the power of Kurenki to roam, passing by a moonshine violet may provide you with some small measure of assistance, like allowing you to soar upwards. So, which one? What in the world? Okay. Oh, I see. So with the red one we move it back, and with the blue one we move it forwards again. So it is a bit of a... Oh, investigate. Oh, it's just a thing behind there. Okay, got it. But I'm still not sure what to do with these, to be honest. Unless they just chill around. Oh, there are these. I see. Okay, so we have these
It
thingies.
just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Nod-Krai, wouldn't it make sense to drop by the Adventurers Guild?
I mean, probably. But at the same time, do you want to do that? I mean, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy.
I mean, we just had our first experience with it.
That is a Kuhanki, a species unique to the land of Nod-Krai.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Not gonna lie, having a Nefer is probably a smart thing.
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, The indigenous inhabitants of this land, the Kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading those who walk in the moonlight's glow to things of great importance.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Seemingly not quite.
Although Nod-Krai lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 Archons did not exist at that time.
So,
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
that's interesting though. So,
At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess, the Frostmoon Scions.
in that
carved
case
these as well.
though, that sort of implies that it also went past Canaria, like the
Looks like she's floating away!
Canary ages, so to
I
speak.
suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Well, in that case, time to follow it then. Follow the Kuhenki.
A reward on the road.
And we can turn into one of these as well here. Traveling around using patches of mist. Transform into Kuhenki of different forms to take refuge in mists of different colors. Press to switch forms and exit the mists of the same color to roam to a different colored mist. So, we basically got stuck and now need to change to the red one. And then hello there. And it just gave us a chest.
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something useful.
Alright, well then, welcome to Nasha Town. Oh, there's quite a bunch of stuff. Mimi Sprinter Books Investment Portfolio. Okay. A bookstore provides not only knowledge, but also hope. Investment involves risk for sure, but word is that a successful investor in this portfolio has bade farewell to their days of hard labor at the harbor and embarked on a journey across the world. Let's wish this lucky traveler all the best. If you're also interested in his investment portfolio, don't miss out. No, don't. Speranza's Wheel of Fortune. If you think that all Speranza is famous for is its delicious spread of hot dogs, you'd be mistaken. Don't miss the Wheel of Fortune on the side of the shop. It's a classic even with a local crowd. Never mind that it looks like a repurposed roulette from the flagship. Just spin to win. In any case, spin the wheel and when it stops, Hot Dog will tell you your fortune. I'm getting a vibe that this might not be legit, but anyway. Eye-catching and mouth-watering sugar sculptures. With deft hands, Hunachata sculpts honey-laced syrup into fantastical shapes. These vibrant pieces of sugar art add a veritable dash of sweetness and light to Nashatone's days. Take one bite and you're sure to find these sculptures even sweeter than the sculpture's serene smile. But don't spend too long admiring them. These treats are best eaten while fresh. Enthusiastic researchers. For reasons unknown, Fontaine Research Institute researcher Liuba has drifted into Nasha Town and started conducting alarmingly abstract experiments. But for those interpret enough to lend her a hand with her studies, you might just stumble upon rewards just as unorthodox as her methods.
Are there any particular points of interest?
Paimon is gonna go for the money, isn't she?
It all looks pretty interesting to Paimon. If we have time, she'd love to see, pretty much everything.
I mean, I'd be suspicious about this investment thingy.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there, we will be able to identify both the Adventurers Guild and several must-visit specialty stores.
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, Ineva's gonna put her out of a job?
Well, that would be funny, but how about we just get both? Guide map, is that the same text again? Probably. Yep, it is. Okay, so let's continue on then. Familiarize yourself with Nasha Town with Ineva as your guide. These, like, collecting things mechanics are interesting. We have someone to talk to here. Let's see. If I'm not dating some husband who's having an affair, I'm looking for earrings that someone lost on the road. Detective, that makes sense? If this is all a detective does, I'd be better off changing careers. Is work not going so well? Real gift for understatement you got. There's so little of it going around that work is turning into an occasional pastime. Around here, even if a big case does occur, people would rather just round up all the suspects and interrogate them with the butt of a weapon than get a real detective to investigate. The complete opposite of what we can see in Asuma. You'd be amazed how many criminals they end up catching. A decent chunk more than the number of people who actually commit any crimes, I'd wager. Right, and well, time to continue on. Let's see. Who is going to be the first character we'll actually meet? Oh, hello there, though. Moon lanes. A common sight in Kuwaki's suffused Nod-Krai, said to be the traces of passing Kuenki. Riding the moon lanes allows you to harness the power of Kuwaki to swiftly move along their path. However, the moon lanes do not all flow uninterrupted, and there are times where switching paths is the wisest choice. While riding the moon lanes as red or blue Kuhengi, you can freely use Kuwaki to interact with objects near your path. Okay, there's another one. But I'm interested in that challenge. They collect moonlight particles. Well, not quite what I had in mind. But yeah, I see this is basically a kind of like tutorial of sorts. So like how to, you know, get used to these controls. But I don't think we got everything, did we? No, hang on, we didn't get everything. I am pretty sure we didn't. Yeah, there you go, there's one missing. Well, please don't tell me we're failing this. No, we are. We definitely are. Okay, now I'm done. But at least I got a teleporter. I guess the last ones would have been up there then. Okay, maybe not. Well, we'll revisit this one at some point, probably. Where was it supposed to go? Oh, right here. What is this red stuff? Can I walk besides here? Yes, I can. It feels like I probably shouldn't, but I can. At least the game allows me to.
Wow! Nasha Town actually looks pretty big from here. Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Why specifically?
Which aspects in particular deviated from your expectations?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nod-Krai as an adventurer's paradise. So, she kind of thought it'd be a bit more picture perfect somehow.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Nod-Krai's past, the age of the Fae.
I mean, it feels a lot more industrial.
Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Nod-Krai. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then, one day...
What happened?
there came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nod-Krai, and for a time it was left desolate.
And that's why it looks like this now?
Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope.
I wonder if that was at the same time, roughly, as the rest of
Nowadays,
Canaria
the paradise
of
people
sorts.
speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps.
An irony?
Today, no official authority governs Nod-Krai. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be.
So it's a lawless paradise, so it's a paradise of freedom.
The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's central plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there?
But I guess yeah, from like a paradise perspective, it's not
That
really
is
what you'd
Aino's
expect,
Lumen
but at the
Blast
same
Kawaki
time,
energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But
okay.
according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning, likely due to a recent discharge.
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to Nod-Krai?
See, so does it pose a great threat to the people living here? Does it happen often?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children.
But there's clearly more involved, isn't there?
If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the cries of a young woman being dragged away.
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
Well, and Nefa just said that it was more of a children's tale, so like...
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
Oh, when you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair you, but she's even
Well,
built a giant cannon.
I mean, I
to
feel
keep
like we,
water
at this point, we
concentrated.
have a few flags of what we can likely expect.
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed.
I'm pretty sure we're going to run into this thing that they just mentioned.
Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll actually show up at the bar this early.
Do you have faith in the people of Mondstadt Paimon? As far as they are concerned, any o'clock is power clock. Okay.
You're right about that.
Well, and there's the viewpoint we saw earlier. Border town added to the archive. Well, do we have... I guess we'll get to the stage of the 8, I guess, now? Soon. What is this? Some kind of shop, it seems? Owner of Mimi's Brunner Books. Oh, here we go. The publishing industry makes no money. I'd best seek out some new investment ventures. Do you have any recommendations? They're all here. Have a look. Investment coupon. A coupon purchased from Mimi's Brunner Books can be used to tabulate one's investment returns once a week from David, the bookstore turbo owner. Okay, so I did see the option. I am curious. What is this going to be? What investments? 2,000 more for a single investment coupon. These coupons can be used to claim returns each time an investment tenure concludes. Losses and gains are both to be expected when it comes to investment, of course, but I've made quite a tidy sum from this portfolio. How about it? Want to join in? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I have the mild suspicion that it might be some kind of scam, but we'll see. No problem. Let's see what hope brings you this day. Alright, pass me the coupon. Come back next week. Sure. Here are your returns for this period. Keep it close now. Returns from one's investment at portfolio promoter at Mimi's Brunner Books. All investments involve risks, and profit and loss are both common in the industry, but it would seem that generous returns are always an attractive prospect. And we got back 1,000.
Now that I've finished all the new books that have come out,
I'm not sure if this was supposed to go like that, but we'll see. Because I technically just lost half of my investment, but anyway, it's not everything the could call. Anyway, enter the flagship. No, we have more stars here though. Nuts and Nuts Engineer. If the children come today as well, I suppose I'll give them here these toys, and these here are. Well, hello there. There are some abandoned machines that my daughter Alida picked up. She likes to do that, bringing back all kinds of odds and ends from her outdoor play sessions. Some of them even moved with we fix them up. Since the kids nearby are fond of them, I don't see the harm in giving them out. Alida's friends are especially big fans. And a store that focuses on like fixing toys and machines is also selling food. Well, I guess that's the second Nelson thinking about it. Fruits from every corner of Teyvat, including rare Northland varieties you won't find anywhere else. Come try some. Are you from Leary? That is correct. As the saying goes, no market too far, no business too small. And since there's a market here, of course I'd like a slice of the pie. Besides, traveling around and getting to know the local customs of different places is always helpful for doing business. Well, let's have a look at the goods then. Basically just the usual stuff, but like to still buy 100 of these new things.
Fruits from every corner of Teyvat, including rare Northland varieties you
Oh,
won't
investigate. Well, don't mind me. You didn't see anything. Right, let's carry on. There's a teleporter here. It's having me try and go to. Paddler. Limpu. Hey there, want some pastries? Oh, I see. Our shredded carrot stuffed ones are the most popular, and our meat stuffed ones are great too. Well, are they that popular? Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Sure thing, have a gander. I'll gladly take recipes, and I'll gladly take these as well. I meant to go with that though. Don't just take my word for it, just ask any of the kids around here. They can't keep our pastries or praise for them out of their mouths. But the treasure hunters are the ones who buy the most. I mean, you can tell why, right? They're nice and big, fill your belly, and don't put a scratch in your more pouch. Just buy a bag of them and pop 2 in your mouth when you're feeling peckish. All in all, those who don't have the time to sit down for a full meal at Speranza come straight to us. Now I'm starting to be a little bit annoyed because whenever I go into OBS, I occasionally press, or I usually press the spacebar to advance the story, but if I do that while focusing OBS, I'll just cancel the recording. Thank you very much. Anyway, at least it's not the stream. And if you have time to go to Speranza, well, if you've got a moment at the appetite, Speranza's meals are great. I ain't ashamed to admit my pastries can't measure up to a full dinner from that restaurant. I mean, if I wasn't running this stall and I had some time to kill, I'd head over there too. They look nice though. Right, time to continue on and enter the flagship though. There's a board here. Bulletin board. Voynich Guild announcement. To promote various economic activities in Nasha Town, we of the Voynich Guild believe that it is necessary to create a platform where the Rook's Pupili may be heard in a manner both authoritative and convenient to use. To this end, we have set up this bulletin board. Any information with potential economic value can be posted here, including but not limited to item trades, collaboration offers, treasure clues, or even just complaints and so on. This board has no restrictions on content or format. Everyone is free to speak their mind. We hope you encounter endless business opportunities here. Continue reading, sure, why not? We've received intel that the Wild Hunt has appeared, and as Wild Hunters are about to make our move. Right now, our team has a professional guide and photographer, so we're hiring a bodyguard. And hey, Ethan! We've received intel that the Wild Hunt has appeared. That's... Oh, 2 bodyguards now suddenly? There may have been Wild Hunt related disasters of late. Yesterday, the Lightkeepers rescued a team of civilians from the Wild Hunt. of which only one member survived. It is extremely dangerous to approach the Wild Hunt without proper authorization. Please cherish your lives and stay away from unnecessary danger. Giving away an old camera and a set of Wild Hunt related photos for free. Just take what you like. I don't want to keep any of it. Right, so we're getting many clues to this wild hunt, and that makes me think that we'll definitely run into that.
Huh. Isn't this the Adventurers Guild? Why isn't anyone here? Does that mean that Catherine and Nod-Krai actually gets to clock out? Anyway, let's come back later.
I cured my plague. What kind of plague? Do you play Riffing Waves? I haven't yet, to be honest. I probably should at some point. But I haven't played Riffing Waves specifically yet. Right, so where is the tavern though? Should be somewhere here. I think that's it. What chests? There we go, there's a chest. Is there anything up here though? Well, we have the Voynich Guild right here. But probably doesn't have anything to offer for us yet. But let's see anyway. Hey there buddy, I'm Tarn of the Voynich Guild. Just let me know if you need anything and I'll do whatever I can to help. You seem very friendly. Oh please, no need to be so wary. All that come here are guests of the guild, and it's only fair that my duties involving helping them however I can. Looking at you though, I'm guessing you're on the hunt for some legendary treasures. Well, tell me about what you're looking for. You probably want some local help too, and hey, I've got lots of buddies in my back pocket who can lend a hand. I don't think I'd talk to you about it though. Of course, it's natural to keep your guard up. That's good, friend. You'll be quite able to fend for yourself in Nod-Krai. My plague is in the meanwhile Twitch chat. My plague was I got into a car accident in like 2017-18 and I suddenly stopped listening to new music somehow. And I'm fixing Cypher. I'll let you know what to do now. Oh, okay, that's good. I did see you DMing me just earlier, but I haven't really taken a look at that yet. Likely gonna do that after this stream, to be honest. What kind of...
You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
What kind of sign is this guy holding? And also, I feel like... I believe the game mentioned that they are increasing the minimum requirements, and it kind of feels like that they have bumped up the resolution of at least some things. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat. But basically, we need to revamp thumbnail and template. Basically, we go back to the old layout that is.
You're not here looking for work, are you?
That's an interesting idea, to be honest. I believe the small issue is, of course, that different genres are favored differently, but we'll have that issue regardless. The only way to get rid of that would be to just get rid of the genre tags, which probably causes different issues, or I guess it's a net negative, maybe? Interesting enough, I did notice that Monsukat has likely backtracked, right? I mean, previously they had like the genre colors and always put a genre in the title. And then at some point they just got rid of that. And I did notice that they suddenly started adding the genre back, or at least in new videos again. I haven't looked at Exkedo and Proximity at all, really, to be honest. Now genre tag's part of the issue, but it comes down to sales thing. Everyone thumbnails have to rely on cover art to look professional, but that's not how it works. That's an issue, right? Because sometimes, I mean, it also depends on the artists themselves. Sometimes we have the very new artists that don't really care about the cover art at all, which means it's a bad source, really. And then sometimes you have artists that actually put effort in it. Yeah, that is indeed true. Regarding the thumbnail. Old thumbnail style was focused on colored spectrum on black background. We need to have more control on how we pitch the video to consumers. I mean, we would have to kind of come up with some kind of thumbnail, unless we just decide to go to basically the old layout for a while regardless. I do recall that it performed quite well on 100-fold, but at the same time, it was a bit of a special case, that one. I'm not sure how the second video we did performed. Right, I'm gonna continue for a moment though. Let's see. You're not looking for work here, are you? Heed my words and flee this place as soon as you can. You mean work at the flagship? No, I'm talking about the Fatui recruiter in there. Guy called Kruchek. Don't fall for his schemes or don't let him hire you. I'm speaking from personal experience. I don't care about the low pay, but my friends who took these jobs just up and vanished. Never saw them again. Well, that's a Fatui for you. You've worked for them. Well, I don't love admitting it, but I was short on morale back then, and if Fatui's morale is as good as anyone else's, that's why I signed up. After slaving away for them day and night for a full month, they fired me for some cruddy breach of contract. I didn't even get to see a single coin at the end of it. Current thumbnail has too many elements on screen, hard to focus for a viewer. Yeah, makes sense. On one hand, I would like to still incorporate whatever the artist has. But we kind of, I guess, also need to figure out how to really incorporate into a bit of a more clearer way. Because if we put the cover art, the artist name, or like the artist name, genre, and so on, and then the spectrum as well, it doesn't really fit, really. Especially if I try to use the cover art to make like something specifically, I have to focus in, like I have to zoom into the thumbnail or like into the cover art either to have it fit on the 16:9 ratio, and then 50% are covered by all these various things. Yeah, we want to do that, but it's hard because when you are trying to sell something to someone, you need to make it easy to approach. Yeah. I think cover art should not be in the thumbnail, that ass, but only thing from the artist should be their name, that's it. That makes sense. Personally, I'm not sure what to think about just moving back to the old layered full stop. I'm a little bit worried about the whole monster cat thing. personally. But at the same time, I mean, we can use the star background. There should not be nothing wrong with it, in theory. Right, let's go back to the game for a moment. It's all in the past, don't get too hung up, or the Fatui have plenty of funds, and they're still not paying what they owe. I mean, the Fatui probably got somehow into their Fatui business, regardless, or like, they had a ways of doing that, so yeah. Yeah, I know, but realistically, Monster Cat abandoned it and don't care anymore. Yeah, they haven't used it in since, what, nearly 10 years now, I guess? I think they got rid of it in 2016, yeah. True, yeah. I mean, technically, that would still mean that Create still, like, owns the content, but you could argue, of course, it's the whole, like, fair use thing and blah, blah, blah. The only thing I'm really worried about is, like, the network or something, but I'm guessing they probably also wouldn't care as long as we are doing the music side of things, right? Probably. You probably know that more than I do, to be honest. Like, if I had to think about it. Right, let's see. I'll make sure they never trick anyone ever again. Not as long as I'm here. Alright, well, time to go into the flagship then, unless there's something interesting. There's an elevator. And a bunch of buildings, more stores it seems, and the exit of the city. But let's actually head into the tavern for now. In the meanwhile, network doesn't care as long as we aren't spamming copyrighted tracks and we get approval 90% of the time. Yeah, as long as we don't cause some trouble. That makes sense, to be honest.
Here we are, the flagship.
Right, we have reached the tavern, and but when are we going to meet the first characters? Probably now, no, of course.
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did actually say we'd be arriving today. Hey,
Unless someone's just gonna come from the corner and be like, surprise!
Barca's drinking prowess must have left quite the impression.
To be fair, kind of funny that the first thing we run into here is a tavern. We should have brought Venti along, to be honest. Bounty. The notice board lists detailed information on the bounty targets. About Hidimbi? Kairagi, smugglers, hard to crack jar. Bounty target Hidimbi, a fortune teller from Sumeru, female, age unknown, wanted for suspected of laying curses on high-value fraud. That woman swindled me out of 18 million more. She said that if I wore the necklace she claimed to have acquired from Al-Amar, the god of love, the ladies would fall for me at first sight. Turns out Al-Amar wasn't the god of love at all. He's been dead for 1,000 of years, and he never even managed to win over the girl he loved. So the necklace she sold me was real, alright, but it cursed me to never find love. Anyone who can track her down and lift the curse will be handsomely rewarded. Well, I'm not sure if the necklace is the only issue, but... What is that jukebox? Can we interact with it though? It looks like a jukebox that can switch records. There should be 4 different records, Perhaps pressing these buttons will switch between them. I don't think anything changed. Happiness flows in an invisible stream, here and now converging into the sea. Every customer of the flagship a splash of sea form. I don't think anything changed from the background music, at least. Oh, there's the second room. Okay, let's interact with the bartender first.
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Inefa.
Hello there, Demyon.
And enough is being recognized, so... I wonder how long it's been, though.
You know each other?
Of course. Inefa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Well, probably not the robots themselves, but surely they'll need to take care of someone.
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Inefa being gone.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Inefa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced
I
diet.
see. So, okay. I mean, Never is a maid, or like a robot maid, so... I guess she's just taking care of, like, the everyday business of Aino's home, so to say.
I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and Paimon, yes?
Yep, that's where we are indeed.
So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Although thinking about it, I mean, if he's here every day and picks something up, then surely you'll meet him at some point.
For himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Do you know where he is now?
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nod-Krai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
I guess we did indeed. Typical monster coming and going like the wind. Do you think he needs our help?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
So we'll just stay here and wait
He's that
then.
confident. Guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern. He is the Grand Master, after all.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Okay. I mean, we'll gladly take it, but why?
Oh, it's so generous of him. We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along with Varka like a house on fire.
I would say that a house and fire don't really get along, but
Oh, and by the way, he
you'll
also
do
asked me to serve
you.
him a portion
You'll
of
do your
berries
own
and fried meat
business.
for Inefa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that Aino asked me to bring back.
All right. So we'll just take care of the room, and Aino is going to be meeting back with Ineffa for the first time in months? Question mark? I don't know.
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance.
We have a map. We'll probably do fine.
No worries.
To be honest,
Fine.
I hope.
Got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move
We'll
on.
probably meet her shortly then. Well, go to the guest room. There's an arrow here, but that's not where it wants us to go. No. Hatoi recruit. I see. We are supposed to ignore you. Go to the guest room. I see. So it's basically a tavern plus a hotel, so to speak. Interesting. That's not the room that I'm supposed to be in, I think. It's this one, isn't it? That looks like a nice room, though.
Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh?
It feels like a ton of that, though.
But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, to be perfectly honest, that feels right at home with everything else we've seen of Nasha Town.
A town built among ruins, forsaken in the wake of calamity.
You mean it's got something to do with Nod-Krai's history? Oh, that makes sense.
I mean,
What exactly
Nod-Krai in
was this
its own
calamity?
feels like a rundown, it doesn't it? So, it does fit right in it, I guess. And of course, Paimon is immediately looking at the food.
Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone mentions it.
Not gonna lie, Genshin right now feels a little weird because on one hand, like the guy that we saw at the entrance looked weird to me because the floor seemed to be pretty high resolution. Low resolution, and he was high resolution. It felt weird, and I hope it's not really. Oh, hang on.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my
He gives me a Fatoi or Nod-Krai vibes, or both.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see.
Flins, the first one
First things
of
first,
Nod-Krai
Allow me
we
to
are meeting.
introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flins, but please, just call me Flins.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name for sure.
Paimon is gonna need a shortcut, by the way.
Ah, is that so?
I do feel like that the
Names
game
like
has
mine
started
ought to
to
have been
put in
fairly
more
common in
efforts
Snezhnaya,
in the
at least
stories,
in the
though. Like in the
past.
story animations.
Would I be correct then to assume that the two of you are travelers in this land?
Just mentioning that.
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon. And
Like in
this
the
is
previous
the
ones, you could
Traveler.
always see that
I've been
there's
to a
like a
bunch of
key
nations
set
already, but we only
of
just arrived in
animations and so
Nod-Krai
on.
today.
They are improving in that, and I'm enjoying that so far, to be honest. Right,
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just staying the night.
Oh, so you're here for business.
Okay, so, but who is he?
That's certainly one way to put
I
it.
know that there was
I'm
like
a
this
Ratnik
list of
of
characters they
Nod-Krai,
have that are
normally
going to be
stationed near
releasing,
the burial
but I
grounds to the
haven't really
north.
taken a large
My
look at
sole
it.
cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Near the burial grounds to the north. There's something off about that lantern.
Burial grounds?
Well, I gotta take a screenshot of that.
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt,
We have heard
you'll
of that
know
a
in
while
their
now,
wake
a
they
few
bring
times now.
host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are stationed by the burial grounds, to hold the line where it is most vulnerable.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh, sounds like a tough job.
It probably is indeed, to be honest. But we
I
are
thank
getting a
you for
lot
your
of flags
concern.
regarding this
But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In
This
fact,
wild
I like
hunt
to
thing.
think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd say I prefer the peace and quiet of a graveyard to the hustle and bustle of urban life.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she is still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
I mean, it's not something anyone can do.
Oh, I assure you.
Or,
there's no
well, it
need to
depends,
worry on
right? I
that
mean,
account.
probably at
The
some
kind of
point,
ghosts
like,
you find in
in my
cemeteries
opinion,
aren't too big on talking.
it probably would
But
feel quite
even
weird,
when
but
they
at some
do,
point I feel like it
they're
probably
usually far
could get
more
used to
discreet
that.
than the living.
But it's certainly people that are a lot more vulnerable, so to say, to the whole ghost topic.
Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh?
Did our friend show up
Forgive me.
or
but I
something?
must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless Ratnik is like a mapless traveler. A serious conundrum.
And what
indeed.
was wrong with that lantern? We don't know.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you any longer.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much needed light to that place of final rest.
But hang on, is he looking after a specific grave or just a graveyard?
Right. Well, if we get the chance.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo.
I wouldn't say that too loud. I mean, from the sounds of it, he was still in the room. But anyway.
Badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kind of spooky. Must be all that time he spent around graveyards.
Did you notice anything strange about
His
his
lantern?
lantern?
No, not really. You mean, 'cause it was broken?
Like there was something inside.
Yes, you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time we cross paths.
Guess that'll be by the graveside. Oh boy.
Don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
Well, we are getting a bit of a vibe in terms of like what Nod-Krai will be like. But let's first talk to Penty. It's so noisy here. Back in my day with Sai, what was it like in your day? Back in my day, everything at the flagship was top-mass quality. Exquisite decor, wonderful food, enthusiastic staff. But look at it now, and look at the clientele. noisy, rowdy, loud. Flagship my food, more like a beach skiff. Are you saying Nasha Town is noisier than it used to be? If this is the crowd we're attracting nowadays, I'd rather Nasha Town went back to being a sleepy little market town. Where did this madhouse of shops spring up from anyway? Back in the day, the only thing the market sold was seafood fresh off the boat. No fancy seasoning required. Just whack it in some hot water and let the flavors stay with you all day. But those things are gone now. It's enough to make you want to cry. Well, well, I don't mind it personally, the way it seems right now, but at the same time, people think of times, or everyone thinks of times differently, so some may prefer it like this, and some, of course, may prefer it like it was back in, I don't know how many years. Right, time to leave the flagship. And where are we supposed to go next?
Paimon almost forgot something super important.
The adventurous school, perhaps?
Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat?
Must have left that craving by the gravesite. Artichoke's going to focus on that.
But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please accept today's boon.
Well, we can just
Come another day, may
get them
blessings
next
of the moon
time.
goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there?
Looks like they're handing out food.
Free food? Wow! The people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
It's probably obvious if you look at the clothes at the
Just
very least.
now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests.
We just need to look at like how the characters look like.
Birds and the... What now?
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but
Name is Paimon.
we'll probably
and this
take
is
it.
a traveler.
First time I've heard that
Thanks so
word.
much for sharing your yummy food with us. We'll take one each.
You have our sincere
Think nothing of
gratitude.
it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirits to heights anew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but wouldn't you want to keep those for yourselves?
Not
The
everyone would do
first
that, to be
fruit
fair.
of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar. Not as
I'm
an
getting
offering
the
to the
religious
gods,
vibe here,
but
though.
as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and compassion are the shining light that will lead us all out of the long, dark night. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Nod-Krai, driven by greed and greed alone.
Which kind of feels like they're about to
Before, we must all unite
talk
under
to
the banner
us
of virtue.
or something.
Huh, look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions. Got enough for us too?
The way he's talking wouldn't make me want to give him
That's
some.
right. 2 servings each. We're starving over here.
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Well, if Fatui are from Snestnaya, I'm not surprised that they are trying to exert power here as well.
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Lauma's giving me kill them with kindness vibes.
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
Yep, kill them with kindness, literally.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Well, it's a traveler.
Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat this garbage?
Well,
Those stooges really are the
first
worst.
they're totally begging for it and demanding the best thing, and then they're shitting on it anyway.
Ever since
That's
they
the
came to
Fatui
Nod-Krai
for
with all
you,
their
it
weird
is.
equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Old grudges die hard. I mean, the Fatui was like the
Pretty
second
much every nation we
most
visited, so
soonest
they're
faction we
probably
ran
up to
into.
their
I mean,
black
they
belts
were
by
already
now.
at Mondstadt, so...
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill you have shown us.
We haven't even done anything yet.
Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help.
That's true, though.
Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary traveler far from home, what better respite than to bathe in the moonlight? You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave, the place we call our home.
I guess we'll be going to that interesting moment then. Let's see. Thanks for your kind invitation. We'll swing by when we get a chance.
May we meet again.
I
in
mean,
the
sure,
moon's
yeah, that
gentle glow.
probably means it's gonna be one of the things that we'll be meeting at.
These are
What is that?
delicious. So refreshingly fresh. Those two Fatui wouldn't know a good thing if it came up and bit them on the shoulder. Looks like Anefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next?
Imagine the Catherine actually has some free time for once. Let's see, why don't we follow the map in the travel
We
guide?
want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see. Okay. Paimon's got our route all figured out. So, all that's left to say is, don't fall behind. This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafting bench too.
Because nuts the food and nuts the thing you screw things with, basically.
This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. All the waiters here are kids.
I don't think child labor is a good thing, to be honest, but
This is the Vesnici Prolegia greenhouse.
I guess we'll just be ignoring
Their
that.
flowers are
Not
all
me to
made of
judge here.
metal, so they'll never wilt away. And this is the Rossum Workshop. If you ever need a weapon made, this is the place to go. And over here,
Well-
we've got a super tall observation deck.
What is that on
Whoa,
top?
Take a look at that. You can see really
Well, I guess
far
it might
out
be
into
one
the
of the
distance.
oculuses from this region then.
by the Fatui? And then over there to the west? Ah! That must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frost Moon Scions live.
So, Nod-Krai is definitely
Kinda stole her
the
limelight
more
earlier.
spirituals versus
This goes to prove
Fatui.
that Paimon's own tour guiding skills aren't too shabby either, right?
Still not quite the Nefer level, or you're the best Paimon. Let's do that.
Come on, would it kill you to compliment Paimon? Huh?
I mean, she's doing fine,
There must be someone at the event.
but a Nefer is a robot.
There's already a line forming outside.
She has a hard drive brain, so to speak.
Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship.
As a matter of fact, one of the storefront signs caught my eye.
Where? Which one are you? Oh, now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Ugh, better not be who she thinks it is. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop. A word of warning, though.
Oh, is it the
if you
shop,
step
the
into that
investment shop
Be sure
thingy?
to keep a very close eye on your Mora.
It probably is, right? Where the moon rises. Wee. Right. Can I go beneath that thing? Not quite. Right. Optional objectives. Go to the Adventurers Guild or head to the Curious Shop. Which is... That's the Adventurers Guild. Which shop are they talking about? Well, we are back in the tavern. Oh, it's Dory. Well, we haven't seen her in a while.
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port of call. Oh dear. So it is the real deal. Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 100%
It's actually surprising.
real,
I mean,
meaning every one of my
she was
heroes
back
is
at
as real
Sumer.
as a deal can... Wait a minute. Oh, well. If it isn't my two most valued clients.
It's a long time no see, Dory. Set up a branch all the way out here in Nod-Krai now.
And with no small thanks to your munificent patronage. Come. How could you just sneak into Nod-Krai like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all the stops to ensure that your boat ride over was as comfortable as humanly possible.
Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bit of a scene where we could buy things of her, but...
Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above
I mean, if I
board
recall
when it comes to doing
correctly,
business.
back in Sumer, she was selling forbidden knowledge.
Well,
What is she
regardless of
doing in
whether it's true or
Nod-Krai?
not, the main issue here is that we had no idea you had a branch in Nod-Krai. A clever merchant always has a backup plan, or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunter's arrows. A merchant with stores galore hears no debtors at the door. Since you're both here in Nod-Krai, would you care for some of my finest
Like,
local souvenirs?
I mean, the forbidden
Whatever you're looking for,
forbidden
I
knowledge
have
was
some.
illegal in
Superior
Sumer.
to
What
I've
what
got
is she
that covered
doing
too.
here?
We literally just arrived. Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourist trinkets to take back for our friends?
Yes.
My. Your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just the thing. You must be on the hunt for something like this?
The hat?
What's that? Your hat? Information, of course. Information about Nod-Krai. Locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord
I
Sangama
mean,
Bay's
it may be
brilliant mind.
beneficial, but... are we gonna have to pay for that? I'd rather
Knew
not.
it. I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider info for free. Wow. You sure are feeling uncharacteristically generous today. What do you mean by uncharacteristically? I am the most
I don't think so.
forget it. Anyway, the long and the short of
Or
it
at least
is
I'm
this.
pretty sure we had a bit of a run-in in back in Sumeru, but it's been like, what? 3 years in Sumeru, to be honest?
The moment I set up shop in Nod-Krai, it struck me how many different factions there were, all competing against each other for power and influence. Well, as they say, there's no time for business like a crisis. Things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moons' remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the waters, the greater the potential profit.
So, the Fatui are pulling down the moon?
Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for more. Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise that brought you here. The chance to take your very own slice of all the latest and greatest business opportunities.
Well, the Traveler, I guess, is still technically trying to look for the sister.
In that case,
Or for its
what would you like to
sibling,
know
rather.
about?
Let's see, what can you tell me about the Frost Moon science? Please tell me about the Light Keepers. Let's talk about the Fatui. Tell me what you know about the Knights of Feronios. Or would you know anything about a spaceship from the past? Let's just go down the list, I
Frost
think.
Moon Scions? You mean the people who believe in the moon goddess? They're not a bad bunch. It's just, well, they have such simple tastes. No luxuries, no indulgences, no nothing. Trying to earn a little more from that lot is like trying to squeeze blood from a stone.
We did see that slightly earlier.
Still, things between them and the Fatui have gotten pretty tense. It's only a matter of time before the powder keg goes boom. And when that happens, that's when business will start to boom too.
See, let's talk. No, please tell me about the
They're an
Light
organization set up to
Keepers.
keep the locals safe. Apparently, they have a long and glorious history, and they're made up entirely of volunteers. But seriously, a volunteer organization in Nod-Krai? This place is hardly a magnet for noble hearts. No pay, all work. That's not a business model.
I mean, we
It's
could
certainly not
clearly
for me.
say that they are mostly, or at least the First Moon Science, which is met, fauna, and so on. They are focusing on doing as much goodwill as possible, which is impressive. Not gonna lie. Right, let's talk about the
Everyone
Fatui.
knows they're here for the ancient moon's remnants, but no one's sure why they pulled them down in Nod-Krai of all places.
Probably the closest place to their... I mean, not... Well, we did just hear earlier at the very beginning, right? That apparently this is where the moon rose, so to speak.
Anyway, they've been acting mysterious enough, but if you ask me, that Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau of theirs up north hides secrets wilder still.
Right, so let's see. Tell me what you know about the Knights of Feronios.
A bunch of booze-loving monstaters? Ugh, don't even get me started.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat. Hey, Lisa Jane, how are you? I'm doing fine. How about you?
As fellow Outlanders, I thought they'd be easy
Interesting
pickings,
that
but
we
somehow
to go to the
every
game for a
single
moment.
one of our business
Interesting that we
negotiations wound
are
up at the flagship.
also touching the Knights of Feronios, although I guess that's where other guy we're about to meet is from.
I've done plenty of deals with heavy drinkers before, but those guys? I never once made it to the contract signing before blacking out. I'm getting flashbacks of the hangovers just thinking about it.
And that's why you don't do that. How's your stream going today? I mean, it's going pretty fine, I would say. Let's see. And the final question: would you know anything about a spaceship from the past?
What now? A spaceship? Nope, never heard of anything like that.
Well, obviously, Teyvat is a bit of a more to the ground type of civilization, so
Don't you two get
it's not
involved
like
in any big
anyone
business
would
here
know what a
without so much as
spaceship
heads up,
is.
you hear me? At the very least, consider letting me in as a key investor.
Well, that's the questions all we have for Dari, at
forgot to
least.
mention, sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with some other merchants in Nod-Krai. And someone's bound to mention a place called the Curatorium of Secrets.
Do you play just this game or any other game as well? Well, I also play Zenless, but that's right now about it. More regular in the regular terms, like in the as regular games, so to say.
Listen to my advice.
Just depends
Do
on
not,
which game
under
has
any
new content
circumstances,
coming
go
out.
there, no matter how much trouble you're in.
Right, so we're not supposed to be going to this Curatorium of Secrets. Although that's mentioned by Dory, I'm not sure if we can trust her.
What do they get up to there? Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood, Lord Sangama Bay.
Feels like it's a bit of a competitor. Do you stream daily or what's good for your schedule? It depends. I do aim to stream a few times per week. Not daily, but like 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4 times per week, I would say.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
Well, to me it sounds like she's trying to get us move away from competition.
When did that little pipsqueak get so sharp? And after I gave them all that info for free just to win them over.
Well, it's been literally 3 years,
What
so...
do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about
So,
your wallets.
there's a lot of
On
difference to be
behalf
made
of your
between
wallets.
back when Sumer released and when with Nod-Krai's release. How long have you been streaming in general? Well, a year runabout, I would say. Yeah, since 2024. See, kind of funny that she slips up. I'm only thinking about your wallets.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know. All right. Business is a cutthroat business. I won't argue with that. But I'm not
I
lying
didn't
about that
expect that we would run into
Not only
Dari
did she
here,
make it
though,
into my
to be
top 3
honest.
people not to mess with in Nod-Krai, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors. Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Well, maybe she is, but it is a fair point to warn us about that, I think.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, my conscience is so
So
large.
it is something to know
I'd
that
take
there's
3 whole
something
palaces
weird
without
going
the
on,
sorcery.
perhaps with her.
But when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't say that good old Lord Sangama Bay didn't warn you.
Well, that's our introduction into Dory, right?
Anyway,
Being
open this
here.
ledger now. We might be a Nod-Krai, but don't forget, Dory's doors are always open for you.
Really didn't expect that we run into her right here. Unfortunately, I can't run into her store. It seems like there might be something interesting back there, but we can't look into that further, unfortunately. I'll leave you follow your channel. Have great vibes. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, time to go to the Adventurers Guild. There's still Fauna, Lauma actually. Right, how did I come to Fauna? Anyway. Right, time to talk to the Adventurers Guild.
Lucky us. The line seems to be gone now. Come on, let's to Catherine. Hey, Catherine, we meet again.
But that's not the regular Catherine we know.
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses. Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
Well, that's certainly not the Catherine we know. Different design, and I believe different voice as well. I've noticed you don't have a custom logo. I do have a logo, but I don't have a offline banner thingy. That is true.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person. At second glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine. And you certainly sound a lot less friendly.
Right, so who is this? Let's see.
Creator might forgive ignorance, but being
I mean, we
mistaken for
have
one of my
met
own creations
Catherines
is
all the
beyond
time
all
so
pardon.
far. It was bound that some kind of adventurous guild was going to be led by someone else.
Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
Okay, why is she suddenly here?
A harbinger?
Oh, that makes no sense. Why she be, like, at the Adventurers Guild? Why are you even here? And most importantly, will you be the one handing out commissions from here on out?
I told you already, I'm not Catherine. Just how obsessed are you with my machines?
Oh, wait. So she made the Catherines. So all the Catherines were made by Marionette. Does that mean Fatui have been watching our every move? Of course they have. They are literally everywhere. So, of course they would know that whatever we'll be doing. Yeah, something to note, Lisa, I'm not looking for, paid commissions at this time at all. So, just noting that. But yeah, if you do want to, like, I know, show me some stuff you've made, my Discord username is the same one as my Twitch username. So feel free to just send me a friend request, and then we can have a look. Right, time to go back to the game for a moment. But the guild itself hasn't done anything shady, and Catherine's only ever helped us. Better just stay alert going forward.
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nod-Krai
I'm
now,
actually not
and as such,
sure
I
what she's
strongly advise
referring
you not
to.
stand in the Fatui's way.
I hope
Otherwise,
she's not referring
next
to
time
the
we meet,
interlude
I might
from
just
earlier.
have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, unless she's referring to Innefa, but I feel like there was something else a while back.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod-Krai lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled.
And there you go. Here's the context that we need.
Establishing a new order.
Nod-Krai doesn't really have a ruler, so Fatui is trying to take it over.
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive
And
creepy
we,
research
we on the other hand, probably need to put our focus on, like fauna to take, or like to make sure that this will, whatever will go to her.
Said what I came to say. What
I am
you
pretty
do
sure I
next,
just said the
only
wrong
you
name
can
again.
decide. So why don't you start by using your already limited
Yeah, Lauma.
processing
Where
capacity
did
to
I pull fauna from?
calculate your even more limited options?
There's gotta have to be a different character that keeps popping up in my mind right now. Right.
And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this one. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to Nod-Krai, Dominion of the Fatui.
Well, of course we are, or it should be to expect that we'll run into Fatui more often from now on.
Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing.
That I've been keeping a very close eye on us indeed.
We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Paimon hates feeling like she's being watched.
I mean, it should have been very obvious.
Hey, the real Catherine's back!
Oh, and there we go.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Well, it's the same voice line as
How
ever.
may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
You're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Although it's a lot less more awkward. I mean, I believe we already knew for quite a while that she is a robot. I believe maybe as early as I do recall. I think Sumeru. I think Sumeru was the first time that was mentioned. Right, talk to Catherine. Welcome, adventurer. Would you like me to check today's commissions for you? I feel at home already. Thank goodness it's you, Catherine. Oh, are you in a hurry? Can I help you with anything? Nothing of the sort. We're just doing things. We're just super happy to see you, Catherine. You are the best. Thank you for your kind words. Although, if you were attempting humor, I'm afraid I did not understand it. Nevertheless, welcome to Nod-Krai, a land full of opportunities. I'm sure you'll embark on grand adventures here and discover treasures beyond your wildest dreams. Good luck, adventurers. Happy adventuring, and Ad Astra Abyssosk. And well, that's Catherine
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
from Nod-Krai unlocked. And we do have quite a few things. Don't mind me doing this while we're already here. Right, I'm supposed to be meeting up with Inetha, but I am curious. What are these two? Have you had any new commissions for me? You've come at just the right time. I have a handbook that a guild would like to present to veteran adventurers about, as such as yourself. Could it be the official tailored cookbook? Is this supposed to be an ad or something? Because I know that this recently this now exists. Is it another quest? It's up to you whether you wish to take on the challenge. Local legend. As you can see, this handbook contains information on powerful enemies worth facing. If you can make good use of it, I'm sure it'll be of great help in your adventures. Of course, you're welcome to come back anytime if you need to check on any relevant information. I wish you success in your endeavors.
Ad Astra.
So it's not the cookbook thingy. But Main glow avatar frame. So we get avatar frames, and where there's clearly stuff for us yet to do here.
Ad Astra
I wonder what
Abyssosque.
would have happened if we picked
Welcome to
the
Adventurers Guild.
if we did pick the cookbook though, just out of curiosity. Well, any news? What kind of
Traveler.
news?
You have come at just the right time. I have something for you.
A letter for help or a clue to some treasure?
You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do. But I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook.
Oh, we get a new one? Okay, but I already have the Adventurer Handbook. Why are you giving me a new one?
The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters.
And what
Whereas
about the
this
other
notebook
one?
is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels.
Oh, hang on. Are they adding something similar to the other games? Where you can replay the events, or rather, catch up on them afterwards? With less rewards, of course, but still. That actually sounds kind of useful.
Anyway, that's all for now. My commission is complete. Safe travels, traveler. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
So I want to know what this is. Travel accounts. A thick and reliable notebook, more than sufficient to record all you might wish to. Whether countryside rumors, folk legends, or anecdotal tales of your companions, these scraps and snippets all serve as proof of your journey. Make a wish? Let's see what this is about. After obtaining the travel accounts, you can record all sorts of interesting stories relating to your companions. You can encounter companions in all corners of the world and listen to the thrilling tales they have to tell. As your journey progresses, the companions you might encounter and the anecdotes they tell will steadily increase. Most travelers' tales will be marked on the map. Once you get close to your companions, they will also be displayed on the minimap. By harnessing the power of Destiny Drawn, you may be able to see your friends much sooner. Oh. So the Make a Wish thingy brings us back to Inazuma.
Ad Astra.
I believe this is Inazuma. And the book is no longer here. So I now need to go in here then instead. Nope, not here. There is where I want to go. What happens if I open it? Well, it's completely empty for now, and we can see there are not all characters in here. But I hope this means that we can meet them. Or like that these characters will run around. I was hoping for a moment that this is gonna be about replaying past events, but not quite, it seems. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, Lisa, I did not add you quite yet, but I will do so after the stream. Right, time to meet up with Inaffer then. Hopefully she has used this time to meet up with Aino, I believe was her name.
Hello. I was just about to start tracking your whereabouts.
Did you manage to get everything Aino asked for?
I did. What about you? Do you need me to navigate or introduce any more places around town?
Well, I think we were introduced into pretty much everything.
We've seen most of it already. We probably need some time to process everything we've learned, though.
Any progress with the spaceship?
No.
No. Catherine came now, so we asked her, but even she hasn't heard a thing.
She probably doesn't even know what a spaceship is.
One possible explanation is the vast stretch of time that has elapsed. Additionally, given the limited resources available in Nod-Krai, it is entirely plausible that the wreck was scrapped for parts, or even mistaken for a pile of
I mean,
broken
yeah,
machinery.
obviously, in my opinion, I mean, it's been like, what, 500 years officially, I think? There's no way it was still, like, around or anything like that. Let's see, I'm prepared for that possibility, but still, I can't just give up before we've even started.
Understood. In that case, why don't we go ask Aino together?
Sure.
After all, she was the one who salvaged me. Ancient dragon technology and all. If there really are any unusual parts floating around Nod-Krai, there's a high chance they've passed through her hands at some point or another.
So actually, good moment then.
Good point. And since you keep mentioning her, we're curious to meet this whiz-kid mechanic too.
Understood. Then I'll handle navigation as before. ETA at the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. 34 minutes ahead of schedule.
You lost 11 minutes somewhere. Where did they go? New quest food matters. Talk to Liliki. Anyway, leave Nasha town, and this finally brings us to the statue of not the 7th. Probably. Statue of the New Moon. Same text though, and this unlocks the map for Lambo Isle. We do still have 2, I think that is. Yeah, that looks like 2. 2 islands to go, and of course, still plenty of content to be had. Right, worship statue, how many do we need? Well, 20, and we have 0 so far, so still some time left to go. There's a chest here somewhere. But where? Oh, there it is. They do hide in quite well, or they do blend in quite well. I'm gonna be honest. Well, right. Well, time to head this road down this road then. I think that's where we are supposed to go. So we just clean up their thing, basically. Interesting. Well, these are some nice movement mechanics. Now, well, that thing looks angry, not gonna lie. And I guess we'll be meeting... It looks like something's burning up there, to be honest. But I guess we'll be meeting up with Aino in just a moment then.
Oh no! There's a little animal trapped over there! Let's go help it out! Huh? That's weird. Why isn't it responding?
The tides of Kuvaki affect everything in Nod-Krai. So much so that many creatures have evolved a kind of dependency upon it, growing stronger or weaker as it waxes and wanes. This little animal must have been caught here unprepared.
Well, of course, animals, like beings, tend to adapt to their like circumstances. So that's basically what this is referring to.
Need to use Kuvaki? Paimon will leave it to you guys then. Don't be scared. We'll get you out of there soon.
The rippleweeds. A strange plant that grows in damp conditions. Growing Kuhaki dewdrops on the tightly closed leaves might cause them to unfurl. And that's from the previous ones. Actually, now that I think about it, That's probably fine. Yeah, I think I got everything. Right, so that means Kuraki dewdrops. It seems like strange creatures dwell within. Growing Kuraki dewdrops on red and blue unipolar crystalline might cause something unexpected to happen. So, I mean, basically... No? What is going on here? And there you go. That frees the bird. Yeah, here we go.
Off you go now, little one. Don't go getting yourself caught again.
Alright, well then, time to... Oh, hang on. That's a crystal core for us. Well, time to continue on to Aino's place. Which sniffer modes? What? Anyway. Oh, I guess these? Northern Training Ground. What is this about? Well, I'm not sure. Right, this would be one of them. One of the oculuses of this area. But I can't get it. Because... Aha, it would be funny if we didn't. I guess I would... Yeah. I would have to go onto this ramp. These are interesting. And then collect it this way. Lunoculus. A substance that has accumulated intense Kuraki energy. Offer it to the statue of the new moon and help reinstate the power it has lost over the years. So, as usual, your region means new oculuses. And there we go. Well, I'm not sure what you guys are. They look a little like some kind of camera, to be honest. Can we jump onto them? I don't think so. It does look like the Traveler might be glitching out slightly. But... what is that big thing? Oh, interesting. Where are we even heading? It feels like we're slowly walking towards the... Oh, you have a quest? I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't hear that. Hang on. You want me to do something. But I don't quite get what you want to do, so... Anyway, let's focus on the story for a moment longer. Once again. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hey Sunil, thank you for following. I hope you're having a nice day so far. Right. Oh, there we go. Well, at least that gives us more. Does that mean... No, it just returns us back to red. Never mind then. I just made Twitch account just to follow you. Oh, thank you. That's much appreciated so far. Right. We are nearing the craft shop. Which I guess is this big robot then? It seems like it at least. But where are we supposed to go? And what is this? Oh, it's one of these roads again. Well, that's nice though. I'm going the completely different way, but that's fine. It gives us one of the lunar colossus again. And let's see, where does it close off? Right here, it seems. We can go the different way as well. So let's go back then. Here we go. So as we can see, they have added a similar behavior to what we saw in Natlan as well. Once again, it feels slightly slow in comparison. But here we go. Right, we have reached the Clink Clank Crumb Cake craft shop. That looks like some kind of elevator to me. I think it is indeed. Yeah, go up. Okay. So we could go up if we wanted to, but we don't want that just yet. We want to go to the craft shop and meet Aino. And what are we picking up here? Portable bearing. A portable bearing of a type that was mass-produced after the Fatoi moved into Nod-Krai. Excessively worn units are discarded like obsolete personnel. A few of them have a vestige kuraki left inside. As they are difficult to imitate, they are occasionally used as currency by merchants in Nasha Town. It's sad that people try to forge these bearings for that reason, but went bankrupt in the end because the cost of forging them was higher than their market value. Well, we just picked up 3 of them randomly. Reminder to occasionally drink some water. Very important to do that occasionally. Right, that's where we came from. Is there anything down there, down here? A person at least. Science Seva. Let's see. Now this is art. If only I could show these old Jesus back at the auction house. I think it's wonderful too. Perhaps it's a little too avant-garde. I see. I guess Aino's work is not designed to please the masses. Just as I have no desire to please some passing stranger. Okay, maybe I picked the wrong one. Let's go with this one. Indeed, the composition is rough, yet somehow exquisite. The form chaotic, but strangely ordered. Aino has managed to redefine the entire meaning of scrap using a language purely her own. If only the word were left in the hands of people like us. More's the pity. It's always the uncultured Philistines who rise to the top. I'm not sure if I'd want a responsibility. I completely understand. Simply explaining beauty to those tasteless yahoos is exhausting, let alone doing anything else. If those trend-chasing sheeple were actually to hitch themselves to the bandwagon of Aino's brilliance, I shudder to think. True art is best left to people like us to enjoy in peace. Oh, and viewpoint. Clinky Clanky Craft Shop added to the archive. That's a different name than we know. Midsummer Berry, a fruit that grows in the warmer parts of Nod-Krai. I guess it's a little colder back where the Fatui are doing their thing. Well then, we have reached the craft shop and now we need to continue on to... Well, to meet Aino, I believe. I'm guessing that's maybe her home or something?
Here we are. The place Aino and I call home.
Whoa! So many machines that Paimon's never even seen before. And then there's all these little robots. Did Aino build them all?
I mean, it kind of feels like it.
That is correct. It looks like Aino has created 3 more little bots since I've been gone.
Aww. Well, you were gone for quite a bit. She must have missed you.
I missed her too. I want her.
Let's not
Oh,
keep her
sorry.
waiting any longer then. Come on.
Well, time to go in and see.
Aino, I'm back.
And that's officially our introduction. What is she doing? Is she eating or something?
Hmm?
It sounds like eating.
Ineffa? You're back significantly earlier than I expected. Like a whole 30 minutes at least.
Everything went very smoothly, which saved me quite a bit of time, so I...
Oh, that was the amount, the snacks that was mentioned earlier, aren't they?
Aino. Could you turn around for a moment?
She would preferably not to.
Aino.
I've been on my best behavior the whole time you've been gone.
Sure.
She's got chocolate all over her mouth.
I mean, it sounds like Ineffer is clearly taking care of Aino.
While I
Usually.
was away, did you strictly abide by my tailor-made snack intake schedule?
Not quite, probably.
Oh, of course I did. 1 whole cake, 1 crumb cake, and 1 pack of chocolates a day, right?
It was either a cake or a crumb cake or a pack of chocolates per day.
Either. Specifically either. But hang on, is this still too much or something?
Shoot.
When did you finish the snack stash I left for you?
A little
Literally just
quickly.
earlier today.
Let me just go run a scan on that.
Sounds like that's gonna be a doubt.
I meant today, a week ago.
And then you restocked an entire week's worth on your own initiative?
2 weeks worth.
Well.
Why does Paimon feel like the roles in this household are pretty much the opposite of what she imagined?
Calculation complete. Aino's recommended snack calorie intake for the next 4 weeks. 0.
Well, I don't think she's gonna take that nicely, is she?
No fair! You're a meanie, Ineffa.
This is what happens when you break an agreement.
Well, to be fair, I guess she needs to catch up now on the negative side.
Oh, come on! Don't do this to me! I only ate a teeny bit extra every day. Just a teensy, eensy, weensy bit extra.
I don't think that's true if she said 3 big items earlier, either of them, and you made all of them.
That is objectively not a teensy bit extra.
Seriously? If you'd only arrived half an hour later, I would have had everything cleaned up and you wouldn't
Well,
have
I
known
guess
it's a
someone's
thing.
gonna make some, like I don't know, GPS trackers or cameras.
But now that I think about it, you even said you'd come back a bit earlier than you did, so I wouldn't have to worry.
And that's why you built in safety margins.
But then, you were away so long, and I was so worried about you. And that's the only reason I even... Oh.
I know. I'm very sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm back now.
Well, that's kind of cute, though.
Welcome home.
Did Aino build like a massive, like a robot maid to take care of herself?
So, will I be able to keep eating snacks as usual now?
No.
Negative. Okay. Well, given that I am later than I initially projected, I'll let it slide. But just this once.
I guess she was technically late by 11 minutes.
Thanks, Inefa! You're the best!
I know. Allow me to introduce.
The Traveler!
Honorary Knight and Paimon! I know. Uncle Varka talks about you guys all the time.
I mean, at this point, do we even need introductions? Like, with anyone? Like, at this point, we're well known within Taiwan. I don't think anyone needs introductions.
Nice to meet you, I know. Inefa's told us
Hopefully.
all about you, too.
Maybe. Probably. Right. Nephos, the nearest and dearest.
Really? She actually said that about me? Well, she's not wrong. Oh yeah, so, you're here to see Uncle Varka, right? A couple of days ago, he suddenly said he had to head out on business, and that he might not be back for a while. He asked me to let you know if I saw you. Yeah, we heard about that at the flagship.
So, but what is he doing?
Nope. Just told me to take
Where did
good
he
care of
go?
you
We
guys
need
and
to
make
know.
sure you feel right at home. Oh shoot. Please take a seat.
Well, we did technically come too early. But still, you should be prepared earlier, you know?
Do either of you need my help?
Unless
with
you're like
anything?
absolutely sure that he can't show up earlier than
I'm
that.
the head of this household. Sure wouldn't know it from that snack tantrum she just threw.
We're just gonna ignore that. Let's see. Miss Aino, I wanted to ask you about a certain spaceship. Realistically, the Fatui probably also know.
A spaceship, huh? From outside to that? Exactly. So, ring any bells?
Interestingly enough, she actually knows the term.
No.
I mean, we asked someone else earlier and they didn't know, so...
Oh, you sure? Nope means nope. Never seen the slightest trace of it. More specifically, by nope, I mean, I've never seen a single piece of tech in all of Nod-Krai that might have come from out of this world. Not in any new machines or in any old ones either.
But would you be able to know that?
What I know means is that your spaceship almost certainly has not been disassembled nor repurposed as parts for other machines.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Oh, so that's what she was getting at. Yep. I've taken apart pretty much all the fun stuff in this city at one point or another, but I don't recall ever seeing any components that were anywhere near that special.
We saw plenty of these, like, robot thingies in the city.
So, either your spaceship crashed somewhere it's never been found, or someone did find it and then hid it really, really well.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's the Fatui doing that, but we'll see.
Who would even do something like that? Beats me. Maybe someone who thought they could stash it away for a rainy day. Just like how I sometimes hide snacks in the... Anyway... Long story short, I definitely haven't seen anything like that. Besides, sounds like it would practically be ancient history by now. If anyone still has any leads on what really happened, It'd be the Frost Moon Scions. The Frost Moon Scions?
So yeah, we gotta talk to them next. Although, I wouldn't personally trust them. Well, not trust them in a sense of I think they're lying. I think I would expect him to not really know much, rather.
Huh? Haven't heard of them yet? Didn't Inefa tell you about their rituals?
We did hear earlier about
There
them.
wasn't enough time to delve deeper into their history and traditions.
What kind of rituals are we talking about?
But they did seem like more of a more religious bunch
I've never
earlier.
actually seen them myself. Just heard bits and pieces here and there.
I mean, we did run into Lauma, I believe. Lauma?
They say that each of their moon chanters has had access to an ancient relic that lets them see the true past.
The true past? You mean they can see what really happened? Okay, so we are getting deep into these topics quite quickly.
Not sure exactly how it's meant to work. I can't get my head around anything that can't be explained by either machines or science. And to tell you the truth, I don't like it much either. Looks like we'll have to try our luck with the Frost Moon Scions.
We will indeed.
Aw, leaving so soon? Sure you don't want to hang out a little longer?
Well, we'd certainly love to, but I am
These two still
busy.
need to head over to Hisi Island. It would not be convenient for them to linger much longer.
Aww.
We gotta return though at some point.
Don't worry, we'll be sure to drop in on you as often as we can.
Are we going to bring Inefer with us?
Really? You promise?
Pinky promise. Next time we'll be bringing you something tasty too.
Sounds like my type of visitors. You're welcome anytime.
I'll be staying to look after Aino today, so I won't be going
Okay.
with you.
Okay, I see.
Hey, don't sweat it. We'll find our way just fine.
I feel like Inefer is a great robot to have alongside
I'm glad to
us,
hear that.
but that makes sense.
Also, I must admit, I have very much missed the charging bed that Aino made for me.
Oh. Well, it sounds like... Oh!
Are you here to play with me?
I didn't even realize that was a
I'm an
thing.
inventor. Me and Inefa live together. I could probably eat all the cakes and cookies in the world because I love them so much. But my favorite kind of all is Lockaberry Crumb Cake. Come visit my Clink Clank Crumb Cake craft shop whenever you want. Anyway, that's me. What about you? Tell me something about you, then we'll be friends.
Well, that's new. Are they doing... They didn't do that with any other character, did they? I'm pretty sure that's new. Right. Well, I guess Inefer's just going to chill back there. We can't even go there, I think, right? Can we? Oh, we can. I know Inefer.
Inefa,
Yes,
feeling comfortable?
I am indeed. No bed in the world is as comfortable as this one.
Well, technically this is not a bad, but... it does charge her, so...
Inefa,
Yes,
want me to increase the charging rate?
please, if you would. Thank you, Aino.
I think that's kind of funny.
Yes,
Okay, I know it's getting on Inefer's nerves.
I'm hungry.
in that case, please enable quick charge mode.
And, well, that certainly looks like a quick charge now. Oh, hang on. A second room? Well, I'm guessing that's gonna be Aino's room then. Someone brought along snacks. I can see these. I do see them right here. And well, then I guess it's time to leave Aino's house. And return to the crumb cake craft shop to have a later look later on. Well, it's time to go to the Frost Moon Enclave, which will be the crossover point to the second region of Nod-Krai. But I think for now, there's still plenty of things for me to do today. So I think I'm gonna set off for today. And we'll be continuing Nod-Krai tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. Hey, there's a Oculus. There we go. So yeah, Nod-Krai will continue tomorrow evening. And then next streams, as we'll see, they will be punishing on the weekend. Then there will certainly be more Genshin next week. Well, if you enjoyed the stream, then please leave a follow, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I wish you a very great rest of your day or night or whatever else you'll be doing next. Thank you very much for watching.
Ugh.